I think that people are participating to an extent, but it's probably not as visible as participation during elections or participation on the streets in the form of protests. So the first thing is that I don't see that these two types of citizen participation are excluding each other. I think we need as many different forms of participation, and also we should be aware that different groups of people, different types of citizens are probably prone to participating in different ways. So I would not expect from my parents or my father-in-law, who was born during Second World War, to really use digital media in order to communicate his opinions. Therefore, on the other hand, I would expect something like that from my daughter, who is 11 and who learns, she gets information about Black Lives Matters protests through TikTok, without ever, turning on news on TV. So I think that there is a difference between what are actually people are doing and what we might perceive just by following mainstream media or just observing. I think we should be cautious about making some generalizations to what extent people are participating in different forms of engagements with their governments, because not all of them are equally visible. As I said, the second thing that I think is relevant to take into consideration, as I said, is the age. We are not, at the time when we were receiving civic education in our high school in Belgrade, there was no social media at the time. So in a way, formal education is probably not the best way to... We should not expect from formal education really to give us tools that are going to be useful at the time when we are supposed to be civically engaged. However, it should make us think, or it should teach us to think critically, to pose the right questions. Then, in connection with age and positionality, depending whether you live in the city center or in peripheria, I think we should also be aware that people of different economic status or background will probably participate in different ways. So, as it is, most people probably think that young people are better equipped to use digital technologies, but I think it's maybe even more people of certain lifestyle and economic status are more prone to use digital technologies than others. So, white, middle-class, white male are the biggest users of Twitter in this part of Europe, let's say. It's not working class people or, So, therefore, I think that unfortunately also the political communication happens simultaneously on different levels, and they don't necessarily communicate with each other. These are all, I think, aspects we should be thinking of when evaluating civic engagement, and also as, when engaging politically, we should be aware, depending on what you want to achieve, who are you communicating it with?